Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name is Carmen. Today we've got a reading about a person who is ignoring counsel or advice or their gut, their intuition. We have the High Priestess in the reverse. And then we also have the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands is the Wounded Warrior. Feels to me like there's a puzzle this person cannot solve. And it's like they keep trying and they keep thinking they're about to get it, but they don't. There's this like level of I just know I'm going to win. It makes me think of a Twilight episode. I think it's called The Fever, about a guy who feels like a gambling machine is like calling his name, literally. This is somebody who feels like they can figure this out. They can do what they want to, even though they know it's a bad idea because, they're supposed to be doing this. So I gotta say, based on the comparison with the Twilight Zone, there's probably a little bit of not reading the room or even delusion in this reading. Hello, Lana. Hello, Holy Yoga. Hello, Steven. How are we doing? Let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I hope you're having a good day. If you're interested in a personal reading, my email address is in the description box below. And we're going to start with the signs of the times. What else do we need to know about the High Priestess in the reverse? Emotions, number 23, Moon. And number 33, Stars, Divine Guidance. So there's an emotional attachment here that somebody is being guided by. Something they feel is theirs. It could be a person, right? I've tried and tried to get through to this person, but they're not responding to me. This is somebody who's like, I'm not going to give up. I know I can figure it out. Hello, T-Controller. Hello, Bill. How are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. This is the Metamuse. Knight of Cups. Two of Pentacles. Four of Swords in the reverse, and the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. So this is somebody who feels like they can make an offer or do something, and it will balance things out. To compare it to the Twilight Zone, he starts to lose money. He feels like if he keeps playing, he'll earn back the money that he's lost, right? I can do something, and it'll balance everything out. It'll be just fine. But this could be somebody who is chasing a person who doesn't really want to be involved with them. I can, make up for this loss, or I can make things right. I just have to keep doing this. I don't know. It feels kind of like an irrational behavior. Judgment in the reverse. King of Swords. So this is somebody who's pretty intelligent. They're making a decision that is not aligned with that intelligence. This is somebody who's like, ooh, I'm going to do this. I know there are people that would judge me, or maybe they think it's silly that I'm doing this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Hello, Aqua Beauty. Hello, Jess. How are we doing? What else do we have? Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, the Moon. King of Wands and the Queen of Wands in the reverse. This is like somebody making up for lost time. They're not letting anybody know what their plans are with the Moon. This is, I didn't pay my bill for like 5 years, but I'm going to show up one day and I'll have all of what I owe you. I know that I have fallen short, or I have maybe disappointed you. Maybe you felt like I wasn't loyal or reliable, right? But now I want to fix things. But are we going about it the right way? Okay, that's a good answer. Mostly good. It's kind of good. So they're obsessed. I'm sorry. I'm just going to call it like I see it. This person does not see how they can take any other path in life. This is the thing that they feel set on. That's why we have the devil. But it's this obsession that has led to them making decisions that they shouldn't have, or this irrational behavior. We have the Hierophant, and I do feel like this is somebody who wants to do things in a better way or is very focused on having a relationship. The problem is this obsession or this inability to kind of like slow down and think about things is leading to a path of failure, right? If you rush this, or if you maybe don't think about it a little bit, you're going to kind of fumble this or waste an opportunity. This is the Golden Lenormand. What else do we have? Hello, Jeannie. How are you doing? We have number 4, which is the House. Number 23, which is the Mice. I feel like they just keep running into a boundary or an obstacle here, but what they're trying to achieve is, I want to be in a long-term relationship, or I want to have companionship with you. They might want to specifically live with you. But with the Mice, it's like, now I don't know if I can really do that. I don't know if that's going to happen. This is somebody who's not listening to their intuition, because we have the Mice clarifying the stars or the divine guidance, and we had High Priestess in the reverse. It's maybe somebody who's continuing to go after a love interest that has rejected them or told them, I just don't see how this is going to work out between the two of us. What else? So this person feels threatened. They feel like there's no reason to walk away, not enough to at least like justify a breakup, right? With past happened in the reverse, it's like, it's not that big of a deal. Why are you getting so mad over nothing? And they do care about how other people would see what's going on between the two of you. They don't want there to be an ending. They don't want there to be an argument, but it's like they keep going after something that isn't theirs. So we have waves or emotions in the reverse. Yeah, this feels to me like they find out in the next couple of weeks that whoever this is has moved on or is interested in somebody else. So this is somebody who keeps chasing, keeps, engaging in pursuit, asking somebody if they can hang out or wanting to see them. But the person that they're pursuing is already like finding they're interested in somebody else. This is the Earth and Bone Oracle. What else? Shelter, number 1, spiritual growth, revival, accountability, and healing. And shadow, number 37, wholeness, integration, repressed emotions, and mystery. There's someone who was not able to express their emotions, and as a result, their love interest has moved on. They're learning from it. They're healing from it. They're acknowledging there's a different path forward for them. They don't have to sit and, accept being stuck, right? This is the Golden Art Nouveau. Hello, Andy. How are you doing? Hello, Bye. How are you doing? Hello, Anthony. How's your day? 10 of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, 5 of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, I prioritized what I want in the long term. I don't want to get distracted by side missions or people that are not serious about me. It seemed like you were not serious, so I didn't want to like waste my time. I'm hearing a song. Oh gosh, I think it's London Grammar. Wasting my younger years. This is somebody who's just like, look, I've invested time. I've wanted things to work out, but it doesn't seem like they did. So I'm not going to keep hoping for things to change. I'm going to be observant, read the room, right? Like, I don't want to be seeing things that aren't real. So it feels to me like you accepted this relationship was not working, or that getting into a relationship with this person would not be good long term. So there's a rejection, or like almost like a retiring of a dream. Like at one point I thought about how nice it would be to be with you, but now I don't think I want that. Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. 10 of Wands. So where there may have been some codependency between these two, some toxic behavior, wanting a relationship that maybe is not good for you, or chasing somebody, whatever it might be. Now it's just one person that has that. The other person has let go. The other person is moving on. And whoever's this King of Swords, their codependency on this love interest remains. And it feels more burdensome now because they can tell this love interest is no longer obsessed with them. It's all fun and games until you're the only one who's obsessed. World in the reverse, 8 of Cups in the reverse, and the Ace of Swords. So I feel like there's unfinished business. I'm going to come back around. I want to like hear what's going on. Like, are you actually with somebody else? But I don't feel like this is a good move. Whoever's doing this, they're so certain there's unfinished business here without really acknowledging that the other person doesn't feel the same way. They do feel like there's been closure, or that they have been able to let go of this, right? So wanting to have this heart-to-heart conversation is not going to achieve what they think it is. Hermit in the reverse is very similar to High Priestess in the reverse. You know better, or you're ignoring your intuition. In some cases, we have somebody who has lost some of their intuitive skill because of how they've been acting. Three of Wands. Nine of Swords in the reverse. And the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. If I have no reason to believe that you're going to change your behavior, if the way that you interact with me from a relationship standpoint, or, if you're kind of toxic or codependent, then the only thing I can do is stop letting it continue, right? I've got to get off the ride at some point. I can't stay on the carousel, or I'm going to lose my lunch. This is like, at some point I have to stop. At some point I can't keep, chasing this. So I'm going to let go. I'm going to walk away. And the other person is like, hey, wait, but we're having so much fun on this carousel. Aren't you? Why don't you like it? It's the same thing over and over again. It's great, isn't it? Not for the other person. So we have the Hanged Man in the reverse, and the Chariot. So the person who's walking away is the Chariot. This is also clarifying the Moon, like 8 of Cups in the reverse. I feel like there's, for many of you, you might be Cancerian or have Cancer in your chart or your person. But this Chariot energy is, I'm ready to like walk away, right? Or I have walked away. Because you've bossed up. You're not willing to deal with people you're not going to continue to be stuck. You have a change in perspective after having been a bit stubborn. Now you see things the way you should have. You feel like spending more time waiting for this person is a disservice to yourself. So, Emperor, that's you. Emperor in the Emperor energy is indicative that you have been able to let go of what was holding you back. You're going to be more like serious about what actually works for you. With the Five of Pentacles in the reverse, I feel like some of you are letting go of some relationships and bringing back other relationships or meeting new people. There's a shift in your social community, and there's also a shift in terms of your finances for the better because you're focusing on yourself. Some of you may just be like working longer hours or getting better sales, whatever it might be. Hello, Crophagus. I hope you're doing well. What's up, Rachel? How are you? Hierophant again. In the same column, actually. Temperance. And the Eight of Rings or Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. When you don't have to deal with somebody who's toxic, when you let go of an obsession with somebody who was unwilling to do right by you, and when you refocus on yourself or you do the things that make you happy, it's like these cards are accompanied by like everything's peaceful. We've got Temperance and the Hierophant, which is very positive energy. This is, I'm standing up for what's important to me. I am showing myself respect. I could have been in a relationship, but there are things that I feel this person didn't do right. And I don't want to be stuck in a connection unless it's somebody that I do feel is a good match for me. So if this person that I've been dealing with is unwilling to invest, if they're not going to be, respectful or loving towards me, then I will be happy on my own. So with this Hierophant, I'm not going to sacrifice what's important to me in order to be with you. Nine of Wands. And the Empress. So you made it more difficult or dang near impossible for this person to have access to you. They may feel like they can't stop by. They may feel like they can't call you. They may feel like they can't text you. They may feel like if they do anything, you might just completely ignore them. But they don't want to give up. So it's kind of like a weird impasse, right? You've kind of told this person, I don't think so. Or they've even heard that you're dating somebody new. So they're starting to question whether or not you still feel the same way. Is it unrequited? Am I obsessed and you're no longer obsessed? Because that sucks for me. For some of you, you're real focused on your bag, on your money. Like, I'm not going to get caught up in a relationship. I still see that there's somebody worth your time in your life in the near future, if not already. But I feel like you're not willing to make any sacrifices for just like anybody, right? If you want some of my time, if you want to distract me from what I got going on, you better be worth my time. So we have High Priestess in the upright, and this other person's the High Priestess in the reverse. This is not very aligned energy, right? You listen to what makes sense for you, and they don't. Seven of Swords. This is a card that talks about dishonesty. You're finding that things are more peaceful or less stressful because you don't have to try to figure out if this person's lying to you, if this person is trying to distract you from something that really happened. All right, let's see. Let's go with, this is the Noisy Tarot. What else do we have? Hanged Man in the reverse again. And Emperor in the reverse. They feel like they've lost control over you. You don't seem intrigued or interested anymore. If you had established a pattern, if I haven't talked to you for 2 weeks, then I'm probably going to reach out. Or if you post something, I'm probably going to heart it. Whatever it is, there's some pattern that's been broken. They can tell that you are disengaging or that you are disengaged. I don't want to know what you're up to. I don't need to know. I'm not going to hope that you're messaging me. They've noticed disinterest in some way, some little detail, probably social media, or if you see them in person, right? Hello, dude. How are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. What else do we have? Death in the reverse. They think this is just like an obstacle. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, Death in the reverse. It's not over. You're going to want to talk to me more. They could be feeling like if they make enough money or they get a house or they agree to be in a relationship that they could get your attention again. But I think they've underestimated the fact that you look at them as somebody that backs out of what they say they're going to do. You don't really take their word very seriously. Even if they signed it on a piece of paper, you'd be like, oh. So tell me, does that mean you also know how to break hearts with pieces of paper and contracts? Because you just don't trust them. It's Five of Swords is the energy of sabotage, and I'm going to go back on my word. We have Tower in the reverse. So whoever I'm reading for, you're like, well, I could just avoid all that drama by not even believing any of their promises. If I just go by what the actual history is or what's actually happened between us, then I think it's pretty clear that I deserve something different. Yeah. So this is perhaps somebody getting a little bit brutally honest with the Five of Swords energy, saying, look, I don't really have an interest anymore. Over time, it became pretty clear that you don't have the same morals or principles. You don't feel the same way in terms of how you should treat somebody that you're interested in or that you care about. And I'm not willing to sacrifice that for you. Temperance in the reverse. You don't have the same kind of, outlook or dedication to being a good partner. And that's why I had to walk away. This just wasn't going to be something that I could feel comfortable in. I'd always be wondering when something else was going to happen, or if I was going to get some bad news, or if you were going to stop talking to me. Yeah. Page of Wands in the reverse, Ace of Cups in the reverse, King of Swords. You may have felt like this person was able to just dispense with their emotions very easily. If I don't want to love you today, I don't have to. I may have been real loving to you yesterday, but today I'm in a bad mood, and that's just how I feel like talking to you. They went cold on you at least once, but I feel like it was more of a pattern. And it made it clear for you that they were able to kind of push aside what they knew to be respectful, loving energy, almost as if to be like, if I want to be, I can still be mean. You'll still come back for more, right? I'll just apologize. I'll probably do the same thing over again, but you'll be back. There's this dark confidence, you want more, even if you don't really like it. Hello, Jamp. How are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. Hello, Patrick. How's your day going? Hello, Time First. How's it going? This is the Bianconero. What else do we have? The Emperor. Eight of Cups. Nine of Cups. So even though this is somebody who is coming back around with a love offer, You view it as a love offer that you cannot take seriously. They've already gone back on their word or broken your heart before, and it's difficult for you to really expect anything difficult or different from them. So you might be really sweet, you might be really loving, but I've seen you be able to dispense with that like a day later anyway. So it's hard for me to feel like that's going to be your energy over a long period of time. It's just easier for me if I walk away. We've got the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse and the Four of Wands. Because if I were to ask myself if I could trust you as a partner, if I could trust you as somebody that I was literally married to, I don't think I could trust you. What you've shown me before is that you'll make a promise and you'll go back on it. So would you end up cheating on me? Would you end up, disappearing? This is somebody who feels like there's nothing, like there's no solid ground here. It's questionable what this person says and how they end up acting. Knight of Wands in the reverse, because they're impulsive. They make decisions without fully thinking them through. Not all the time, but Hello, Sun Star. How are you doing? Page of Wands and the Queen of Cups. So you said something. I feel you're this Queen of Cups energy. They love you. It may be a kind of weird version of love. It's like do you know the word staccato? If you're not into music, that's like, right? Just real brief. So in my opinion, it's like, I'll show you like 3 hours of real love. You'll be like, oh my God, you love me so much. And then there'll be these long pauses of, or do I? We'll see. Oh, here it is again. Oh, they love me again. That's great. It's manipulative. Or at the very least inconsistent, right? At least that. We have the Star, Death in the reverse, the Moon, and the King of Swords. So I want to make things better. I don't want this to be over. So I feel like they're going to show up and they're going to want to ask you, what can I do to make this right? Is there anything I can do where you would then like forgive me? Hello, Ground Zero. How are you doing? But they're still hiding something. We got the Moon. More Cancer energy, right? And the King of Swords. This is somebody who's like, yeah, I'll be honest about most of it. Does that work for you? Like, if I tell you 97% of what you want to know, would you still be cool with me? I don't know. Like, I don't even know everything. But if you're still trying to be secretive, like, that's not really, doesn't bode well. Three of Wands in the reverse, Hermit. They don't expect you to be this mature, this wise, this perceptive. Even if they look you in your face and they say, I want to be in a committed relationship to you. I'm going to be fully honest with you. I'm going to do everything you've asked me to do because I don't want to lose you. If they promise you the sun, moon, and stars and everything, right? Because we did have the moon and the stars at the beginning. They're promising you something that isn't theirs, right? None of those things belong to them. This is somebody who's willing to overpromise and underdeliver if it keeps you around and you call them out on it. Some of you don't respond. Some of you leave them on red or you had them blocked. And others of you respond like, no, thank you. I hope you're doing well. Some of you may also be in a relationship, so you feel like the important thing to do is say something that shows that you respect your partner. But you show wisdom that they don't expect. You show wisdom that they have lacked in the past. This is the truth is. What else do we have? I think you're right about that, dude. Hello, Realm of Bedlam. How are you doing? And I think one before too. What else do we have? We have unfulfilled. Emotional or physical needs unmet. I need more love. Staccato love, right? You only give it to me like every other Tuesday, and then every other day you're like a curmudgeon. If you don't know that word, look it up. It's pretty fun. Now you're like, a roommate, or you're difficult, you're cold. You don't show me that consideration or that compassion that one would normally associate with a relationship. So, like, why would I even call it a relationship? Slow down. Rushing will ruin this connection. So you walk away from the unfulfilled, and there's somebody else that walks in, but I want you to resist the temptation to dive right into a similar situation that you were previously in. I don't mean a similar toxic codependent situation, although that could be one of the things that happens, right? If you rush it. What I mean is, when you start to date after you've been in a serious relationship or had those deep connections with somebody, it can be easy for some people to rush that new relationship because what they crave is that real spiritual connection vibe, right? Take your time, enjoy the steps, right? Hold hands, right? Oh, it was nice that you finally gave me a kiss on the third date. Don't rush it. you know? Because you're a little bit starved for love, and that could push you to do things that you shouldn't do. So we've got trust issues. Trust issues are affecting this connection. This is going to be true of both. The person from your past had trust issues, and that's what caused issues for you. You might have trust issues. You want to be real honest with yourself about how you're feeling. Write, journal, talk to your friends, listen to some music. But you want to make sure that when the new love comes in, you're not carrying baggage from that previous situation and assuming that they'll do you the same way. Double life, partner engaged in secret behaviors or relationships. So part of the reason you walked away from this person from your past is you knew that they were still talking to others, or you felt like maybe they were still hung up on their ex, or maybe even just like leading on their ex. This is What's the News? What else do we have? Fuego, chemistry, intense passion. Things are heating up. I'm going to tell you right now, this new love is like cookies right out of the oven. You know they're going to be tasty, but they're still hot. They're going to burn you. So, like, give it a minute. Give it a minute. Thirsty motherfuckers. I hope you heard that. Well, black sheep, tiptoeing, and fed up. So this new person is a temptation for you. I think you're excited. There's a different kind of possibility here because this person seems to be more open with you. But this person from your past is going to do something you do not expect. If this is somebody who never chased you, they're going to chase you now. If this is somebody who never told you that they love you, they're going to tell you that, you know what I mean? Like they feel like I got one shot left. I got to like make it a good one. It's like go big or go home, right? But the problem is they don't seem to appreciate that go big or go home would also indicate that they should be super honest about what happened in the past. Make sure that you feel comfortable asking them questions. There's still something they want to be shady about, and they don't realize that you're already over it. most of you are accepting that this is somebody from your past and that that's where they should stay. So they're coming back around and doing kind of like a partial apology isn't really going to get them the results they're looking for, right? Did I say hello to Doors? Hello, Doors. What else do we have? This is the Love Oracle, by the way. Lusting, forbidden, non-committal, sexual energy. This is that new person. You're going to be interested in some things that maybe you should be a little bit more patient for. Or it could be that new person, right? Boundaries. Say no. Drawing the line and enough. I don't know why this is so important, aside from you might speed run the relationship and cause like run right into a cement wall. If you time it more casually, then you're not going to get into an argument or feel rushed, right? So that timing is really important with this new person. Intuition, heart song, telepathy, and inner knowing. Your intuition will tell you when it's all right. Don't let me be the one to tell you. I don't want you emailing me and saying, okay, Carmen, it's been 6 days. What do you think? Can I do it now? We got peace, balance, harmony, and friendship. Past life, deja vu, repeated patterns, and karmic lessons. This is why you're okay with walking away from this person from your past and why those boundaries are stronger than they've ever been. Because you actually know they're just going to keep repeating the same patterns and you've had enough. They're going to come back. They're still going to come back. They feel like this is not over and they feel like they can steal you from the new person. Like the connection you and I had is way too strong. There's no way that you've found that with somebody else. Even if I've been unreliable and I've ghosted you before, I feel like I'd be able to steal you back. Hello, Darnell. How are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. Mistakes, misunderstood, victim, and lost soul. They know that they have made mistakes with you, but the problem is they haven't fully addressed what has caused those, right? They're coming back around as if to state their claim on you or be a little bit possessive, but they haven't done the work they need to be able to offer you what this other person is already capable of offering you. So it's kind of hollow. It's kind of strange. Obscurity, secrets, mysteries, and concealing. So they still have secrets. They don't want to be fully honest. They'll tell you some things. They'll do, a part-way change, but they don't want to actually be the person that you want them or that you need them to be in order to be in a relationship with them, right? We shouldn't set out to like rapidly or like seriously change people, but there's nothing wrong with saying, I'm not interested in being in a relationship with you if this is how you approach relationships or if this is, the kind of pattern of behavior I can expect. This is the Energy Oracle. What else do you have? Woman holding a heart. Contract. And the first chakra, Archangel Michael. I feel like many of you are going to be getting into a relationship in the next several weeks. I would say within the next 10 weeks. But you have a little bit of healing that is required before you can really consider getting into this relationship, especially if you still feel super connected to this person from your past. But I do feel you're about to get into a relationship, and this is somebody that wants to be protective of you. But I also feel like this relationship happens at a time in your life that protects you from going back to this person from your past. Because when you are faced with the reality that somebody does want to treat you the way that you deserve to be treated, and then you're tempted to go back to somebody that doesn't treat you the way you deserve to be treated, it's that much more of like a barrier, right? Like, I'm not going to sacrifice what I want for what I don't want anymore. You know, there's this realization of that was what I used to want. All right, this is the Wild Reflections Tarot. Oops. What else do we have? The Tower, Page of Wands in the reverse, Four of Pentacles, Strength, and the Page of Cups. So I had to be honest with myself, and I had to be honest with you that I was ready to move on. I know you weren't expecting it. I know you felt like I would always be on the back burner waiting for you, but I'm not. This was received as bad news because this person felt like they would always be able to keep you, like you would always secretly be theirs, even though they weren't really doing much to be there with you, right? And then they've discovered you don't need that anymore. Strength is the opposite of the Devil card, which talks about obsession. So we had that Devil card come out earlier. While they feel they're obsessed with you, it's that acknowledgement or realization that you are no longer obsessed with them. Six of Wands. You've overcome that. You're no longer stuck waiting for them. Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups in the reverse, and the Eight of Cups. So Queen of Wands is about self-worth. I know what I deserve. I know what I got going on. I know that I could be a really good partner and that there are people that are interested in me. So I'm not going to go like chase in circles, you know, my own tail. I'm not going to go waste my time with somebody who doesn't want what I want. So I'm okay with walking away. High Priestess in the reverse is the love interest that you walked away from. Hanged Man. Now they're stuck. So they felt so confident that you were stuck, you wouldn't be able to get over them, or you would still be obsessed with them. And now they're realizing they're the one. They can't get over you. They don't know how they're supposed to act. They don't feel like their offer would be accepted if they made one. They might try anyways. They feel like they've already invested some in you or so much in you. They don't want to lose you completely. So they're trying to find a way to keep you like on the roster, basically. So they're going to do something that's a little out of character, something to get your attention, but it's not like a long-term change, right? They want it to look like they see things differently, but with Eight of Pentacles in the reverse, Seven of Cups in the reverse, you're going to realize, because you're very perceptive and nothing gets by you, that they're putting on an act, that this isn't a long-term thing. Eight of Pentacles in the reverse is somebody who didn't do the work. Let's see. This is the Hidden Truth Oracle. What else do we have? I I knew exactly what I was doing. I know I messed up everything. I am not available, and I'm grateful for the spiritual lesson. They make an offer knowing that they don't plan on making good on it. I want to be in a relationship with you, for like a couple days. Is that cool? Is that good enough? Oh, you were thinking months. That doesn't work with my schedule. Hello, Pharaoh. Hello, Johnny. How are we doing today? LOL, kid controller. I replay our conversations over and over. I hope you can forgive me one day. And I will wait for a sign from you. So they try, they might get rejected, or they may be left on red, they may be blocked. But this person feels like maybe someday you'll forgive them and maybe they'll hear from you. But at this point, I think they're realizing they can't really get you to leave this new relationship. You're invested or unwilling to sacrifice that for this person from your past. I like it. Justin, me too. Although I have this weird habit of like then catching things before they hit the ground, which is interesting. All right. I love you all. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you on the next reading. Doodles.